Hi, I'm Heather with Going Batty, and today I'm going to show you how I do my meal planning for 2 weeks and the freezer meals that I'm going to do, because we were given a very generous gift and somebody gave us a freezer, which we didn't have. So I'm going to show you how I do the meal planning and the prep for the freezer meals and everything that I bought for under $250. All right, so here is my meal plan, and this is a new meal planner that I actually really like because it doesn't have any numbers in the square, and it will say like up here what month it is, and I didn't circle it, but this is going to be August, and I put these in page protectors because if I'm working, I don't want to get stuff all over this. So here you can see we have our sausage, peppers, and onions, my Aunt Pam's manicotti. We're doing pork tacos, chili, green beans, ham and potatoes, pasta salad, beef enchiladas, chicken stuffed shells, Asian chicken, and twice baked potatoes. And then we will repeat the same stuff through the next week. I don't buy enough to do different meals for every day. I think that can be too cumbersome, and this streamlines my grocery list. Now, the next thing that I do after this is this right here. So this is my freezer plan. Like, it's a planning worksheet, but so I have here the things that I'm going to be making that are going to go into the freezer. And this one actually is, I'll show you, more than one page. So I've got 3 pages of stuff here. So, but it has on here to show me like what I need, like the ingredients that I'm gonna need in here, and then the prep work that I'm gonna have to do. So like if I have to ground meat or brown meat, it'll be here, or if I have to like saute the chicken, or you know, whatever, that will be in this category. Anything that I have to chop will be here, and anything I have to grate will be here. So at a glance, I can tell what I need to do. So this is one set. So we've got chicken, broccoli, and rice, our pesto chicken stuffed shells, my Aunt Pam's manicotti, twice baked potatoes, Asian chicken, the chili, beef enchiladas, pork tacos. We're going to make up homemade Bisquick, and then we're going to do breakfast egg cups. And then we've got here granola, baked French toast, and cinnamon rolls. So all of that stuff this is all the stuff that's going to go in the freezer. That way I look at all of this and I know what I have to do, and it makes it a lot more streamlined. So that way I can brown all of my ground beef at the same time. I can saute all of my chicken at the same time and work kind of in stages like that. So I'm doing like maybe beef first, chicken next, and then things that just have to marinate and go into a bag third. So that's how I've got it separated out. So this is all the stuff that we got on our grocery trip. Now I was at Aldi's, I was at Walmart yesterday, and then I went to Target, not Target, I'm sorry, Meijer today, and Kroger. And I didn't get to hit our usual, the East Dayton Meat and Poultry. I just didn't have time this time to go and do it. But I make sure that you're looking for things that are on sale. So our ground beef was on sale this week, so I went ahead and got that. The peaches here, they were on sale. They were like 79 cents a pound, so I got a bunch of those, and I'm actually going to make peach jam with those. But everything here is, a lot of it is what we're going to use in our make-ahead meals, our freezer meals. And I will tell you, my grocery budget also includes, if you see back here, laundry detergent, dish soap, Clorox wipes, pet food. That is included in that $250 budget. Hello. All right, so we have our station kind of set up here, and I'm going to be doing the chicken, the Asian chicken, and the marinade. And I actually just bought this at Aldi's. It's a teriyaki sauce, and I think it was like $1.29. Really inexpensive. So I just went ahead and got that. And so I'm going to do half of the chicken with the marinade, and then the other half we're just gonna leave plain for other things. Max is going to be separating our hamburger into 1 pound, just 1 pound, and then putting it in a Ziploc bag, flattening it out so that we can freeze it, so we can stack them kind of like
a book.
File folders or books. Yeah.
It's a meat book. It's a meat book.
It's like a meat book, yes. And then Katie here, she is going to tell you what goes in the marinade for our pork tacos. And I'm going to go ahead and start this. Max is going to do his thing, and Katie's going to tell you what she's putting in her stuff.
So what I'm putting in our pork tacos is I'm going to be putting in 1 tablespoon of lemon or lime juice. I'm also going to be putting 2 teaspoons of salt in there. So we can measure that out. I'm also going to be putting in 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, which is right here.
All right, while she's doing that, I'm going to tell you, with the chicken breast, what I do is I cut off the tenderloin here, so that means that we can have like chicken fingers or something like that. And on that piece of tenderloin where it connects to the chicken breast, if you look here, there's this chunk here. I always cut that off and I put it in a Ziploc bag so that we can use it in our in my chicken stock that I make, because it's kind of gristly and it kind of has some fat on it, and it's not a really good piece to eat. So that's what I use that for.
Okay, so I'm done putting on the cumin and putting in the cumin. And so next it calls for 1 teaspoon of chili powder. So next we're gonna add in 1 teaspoon of oregano, and then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Next we're going to add a half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. We're gonna add our ancho chilies and adobo sauce. That's what they're called, right,
Yep.
Mama?
Adobo.
Adobo.
Who are you calling adobo?
This one is all done. And you want me to like get all the air out of it, correct, Mother?
Yes, because that helps it. And then you need to kind of jiggle it around so that everything is covered.
So there. That's what it's good. That's what it's supposed to look like, right, Mother?
Yep. So this is my chicken bits bag. So I'm going to take all of the bits here and just put them in here, and I just keep collecting them until it's time for me to make some chicken broth. And then now we're going to put our chicken tenderloins in this bag, and that way we can have those for whatever we want to use them for. I've got my other chicken all labeled, and now this one is going to be our Asian chicken, so I'm going to pour about half of the bottle in this one and half of the bottle in this one. And then these are going to go out in the freezer, and what happens is as these freeze and then thaw, they actually marinate in that sauce. So they're really, really good by the time that you unthaw them. And we're going to take these and shake, like Katie did with the pork. We're going to just shake them around, and then we're going to label them. All right, so if you can see here, I got it labeled with the date on it, so I know when I put this in the freezer.
Hey,
Jack. Hey. Today we are going to start our breakfast meals. So we have here our plan. So we're going to be making the granola, the baked French toast, and the cinnamon rolls. The other thing that I'm going to make too is I'm going to make the Bisquick mix. So we're going to be doing that today, and I'm also actually going to be making the breakfast cups again. we have our recipes out here. So here's our granola recipe. Max is going to be doing the baked French toast recipe, and Katie over here,
Hi.
in her cowboy hat and awesomeness, on her tablet, she has the cinnamon roll recipe that we're going to use, and that's Walter. He doesn't do anything.
He just
And
puts
then-
hair in our food.
No, he's not going to be up on the table.
Kitty hair.
Max is going to be making the baked French toast. All right, so you got to check this out. This is the beginnings of cinnamon rolls. So Katie's letting this raise right now, but that's going to be awesome. So these are the first two that we're probably going to use at first. This is our peach crisp, and then down here is one of our French toast bakes. So this is so this freezer in our kitchen is just for the stuff that we're going to use within the next couple of days because it's so small. All right, so this is our freezer, and up here we have all of our frozen vegetables, and then here, if you remember, we were putting our meat into Ziploc bags. So, and I had them squished out and laid flat, and I do it that way so I can stand them up like this. So this is our ground beef, this is our Asian chicken, this is just regular chicken, that's our pork tacos, that's our Italian sausage, and then we have, it's always good to have Polish sausage around. Then these are our egg cups, we have some extra buns here, and then another French toast bake and another cinnamon roll. All right, so this has been pretty much a 2-day process. So I showed you like my planning stage first, so that was kind of one day, and then we're doing our breakfast stuff and our chili, and then tomorrow hopefully I'll get to the rest of it. So because you know we're kind of just one family doing this in between the things that we've got going on during the day, this is how this kind of rolls for us. But you got to see the stuff we made, you got to see it in our freezer. But yeah, so that was pretty much our last couple of days.
And I'm home.
And Kevin's home.
I just got home
so.
from work and decided to totally invade this video.
Yeah, so he walked in and was very disappointed that we're having salad for dinner tonight, not chili. So
that's okay, I like kale, so
Yeah.
that's good. You don't have any idea the kind of help that this is to our family. Doing this stuff the way that you do it.
Yeah.
It really does, it helps you have food for when teenage kids get hungry, and that's a scary thing.
we have food for nights like tonight when
Yeah.
we have Boy Scouts tonight, excuse me, and we have to leave before normal dinner time.
That's right.
So I had already, the chicken that I pulled out for our salads tonight was something that was from the last time I went grocery shopping, so I just thawed it out, and all I have to do is make the salad and cook the chicken right now.
It's a great opportunity to think through what it is you want to have in the future weeks, and when you take time to think through your menu, you waste a lot less money.
Yeah, if you have the time, it is less expensive and will save you money if you do things this way than if you're buying like the Stouffer's pre-made meals and stuff like that. The one thing that I didn't get to today is I didn't get to making the homemade Bisquick. But if you want a great recipe for that, Living on a Dime That's the
fantastic.
recipe that we use. We use it all the time. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'll probably try to get to that tomorrow. But
Absolutely not a dime.
and maybe I might video some of it. Maybe this might be a two-parter. I'll video
see.
some of the stuff that I do.
Yeah.
But that's how I do make ahead meals.
I just I thank you very much for taking care of our family like this, and I think this applies. You can take these ideas and apply them to a family of 2 or a family of 7. I think that it doesn't matter how many people you have.
Yeah.
Planning your meals ahead and thinking through what your menu is and freezing them and getting kind of that back stock, that helps you as you go into your week.
Well, and here's another good thing too. If you have, like, say somebody at your church has a baby, or say that, you know, you have
Oh,
a
yeah.
friend who, you know, they've had someone pass away or something like that, and they need a meal, you've already got one prepared, and you can just, you know, call them up and say, hey, don't worry about dinner tomorrow. I've got that covered for you. And you can
Right.
just take all of it over to them. And, you know, and that way you can minister to somebody else, you know, who, a young mom who's got a lot of kids, you know, or a lot of little kids.
Not everybody's a cook either,
Yeah,
right? So,
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of folks out there that don't want
Yeah.
to do the chopping and the cutting.
No.
And sometimes this is just the way to bless somebody else. We know a friend who he would probably love one of our freezer meals,
Yeah.
and it would sustain him for many
Well,
days.
if you know somebody, like, say that, you know, like a widow or a widower, or, you know, a you know, somebody who's by themselves.
Yep.
You know, sometimes them having a home cooked meal is not something that they get very often. So anyway, just with all that said, this was our last couple of days. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check us out. I'll put all of the pictures that I took of everything. Those will be on Instagram. And I think what I'm going to do, because there's so many recipes here, I might actually put those on our blog, because there's not enough room in the description.
Well, and
down below.
stay tuned to the Going Batty store for volume 2 of Heather's cookbook. She has volume 1 out, 10 recipes that we absolutely love. We're gonna do a second volume. It's an ebook, it's in real simple stuff. We're gonna do volume 2 coming out in the next couple of weeks of the next 10 recipes that she uses and she loves. And we're going to put those out on the Going Batty store for download for a very reasonable price.
Yeah.
So check that out. It's digital, and you can print it out though, and
Yeah.
it's real easy. So we're looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and as always,
More updates as we go.
thanks.